Hey guys, Toby here. Guys, I'm so done. I don't want to do this anymore. It's been over 6 months since it ended, yet here I am doing yet another iteration of this video because another major event of 2026 is changing the ending once again. On November 22nd, 2025, I finished rewatching Symphogear for the 7th time, but today, I'm not gonna talk about it like I've been trying to do for the past several iterations. Let's take the roundabout path on why I don't want to do this fucking video anymore and just move on, for Christ's sake. I know you've been waiting too long for this. I have too. And I'm sincerely sorry that after months, this is how I'm presenting it. Sit back, or do whatever if you're treating this like background noise. Welcome to why I can't do this video anymore, but because the way I'm explaining it is basically like the video itself, it's basically another episode of the Symphogear rewatch experience. Where the heck do I even begin? Well, that itself is one of my biggest problems with SRE 2025. I have to go back when I finished SRE 2024 back in August, and god damn it, that was already 10 months ago. And the bigger problem is that the video story is supposed to end with the present, which keeps changing and thus altering the conclusion of this video. And we'll get there when we get to the end. The story since I finished SRE 2024, the time in between that and the 2025 rewatch, the 2025 rewatch itself, the setback from doing SRE 2025, and then hitting another major depressive episode in 2026, is pretty much negative throughout. Pretty much each of these segments start out happy, but slowly but surely do my expressions become, let's say, hard. This entire journey is kinda just depressing, and for such a long time, I've tried to make it not seem that way so that I could be motivated to push myself getting the project done, despite being busy with so many other things, and when I'm free of time, I just want to do anything but this goddamn video. It's become something that I was pretty ecstatic to do, but because I've been set back so many times, the project itself has become a setback of what I want to do now. But I guess I can do this short little rundown why this video is so damn monotonous to me. I finished SRE 2024. I'm like, wow, I can finally do other things. I read the Season 1 and Shirabe Meshi manga as I wanted to read them for video content. I really like them. Now let's make a video. Oh god, never mind. I'm not even up to rewatching Symphogear now. Well, not for long, as guess what? I'm rewatching it with my sister, and well, while we're having our fun, this experience is kinda shit. Our opinions don't align as much as I thought. It's very uncomfortable watching a lot of scenes with our girl. God, GX and Axis are so fucking bad. XV though, that shit's still tight as ever. Fuck you, Tsubasa Trauma. Time to make SRE 2020. Fuck. I'm making a Q&A video. I can't wait to answer everybody's questions. All of these questions fucking suck. And why do I have yet another chud surfacing in my channel? Thinking about it, Symphogear fans are getting a bit too weird for my liking. Subreddits full of gooners, the new members of the Discord rub me the wrong way. Symphogear's not really hitting it as it used to. And that's where I want to direct my attention to. Throughout 2026, my passion for Symphogear has been withering. The 2025 rewatch itself was quite a letdown compared to 2024. And even that really didn't reach the heights of 2023's. Talking about Symphogear itself, I basically have nothing new to say unless it's me finding something worse. Such as Season 1 looking so much dog shit than I remembered that it's actually worsened my thoughts about it overall. The fan service never ends to be a point of contention, and what's the point of me continuing to praise something I already praised before? I have drained the capacity at which I could discuss the same series that hasn't changed since 2019 for the 6th or 7th time, and having to edit that too? But that's not the whole picture. Symphogear may not change, but I at least like talking about it to other fans of the series, spawning discussion from my viewers when I release new videos, but even that too has become stale where people just leave a nothing burger comment instead. And yes, my Q&A video has made me more adverse to my own audience. I want something different. My viewers want the same slop I've been churning out for so long. And yeah, whether it's a change or that I just haven't realized it, the community is becoming something I don't want to be a part of. Whether they're straight up gooning and gatekeeping those who don't, or those constantly glazing the show that it becomes their entire personality. And you know, that wouldn't be all that bad if you didn't personally annoy me about it. I'm looking at you, guy asking for the April Fool's video when I was clearly not having it each time you asked. Now this is what I was feeling back in March, and at this point, I was actually just spiraling down in general. I got depressed, straight up. I was losing it, the future was looking real bleak, every little thing was fucking me up. I didn't know what I was looking forward to for tomorrow. Fortunately, I was able to get that situated as I had a real moment with my dad, as he basically gave me a terrible, roundabout, believe in the me that believes in you type speech that actually lifted my spirits up and really got me thinking, why was I even so caught up in the first place? At this point, I was still considering cutting my ties with Symphogear, but not so long after, the announcement of this Chris figure dropped, and for whatever reason, my flame for Symphogear somehow reignited, and my video's conclusion would change where Symphogear would still hold a place in this channel. But alas, when the Chris figure drops an Uno reverse card, my trip to Japan drops another reverse card and a wild draw 4 when it comes to me and Symphogear. I really want to talk about my trip to Japan, but it's put me in a hard position. Do I make that video first and push back SRE 2025 once again? Or do I get SRE 2025 done before anything? I decided on the latter, but that meant I would have to change the script again. Because no matter if I did this or my trip video first, it doesn't change the fact that my trip struck a striking spear on my love for Symphogear. Weeks prior to my trip, the Symphogear Twitter announced they were doing a bigger pop-up shop event when I was going to be in Japan. A Season 1 15th anniversary event where they would have these dope-ass graphic t-shirts that I knew I had to get. This Berserk Hibiki was absolutely sick. I also wanted the Kanade one, as official merch for her may as well be gold, and if I really wanted to, I get a shirt of Chris, cause I do love her Season 1 Ichaival fit out of all of them. The Bosso Biki shirt apparently sold out within the first hour the pop-up shop dropped, but I still got the other two shirts I wanted in my size. But that's where it hit me. When I went to the pop-up shop, well, I was the only one there, and the space accommodating the shop looked pretty sad. It was on the 3rd floor of this small building, and the shop took half the space of the floor. It looked as if it was done haphazardly. This pop-up shop was one of the only places I actually saw Symphogear merch. The only other time I did find something was a fucking body pillow casing of Kirika in the hentai section of a Mandarake. And when I did see Symphogear out in the wild, it was an advert for a pachinko casino. It really made me think. Symphogear passed its prime a long time ago. The only news that ever drops are just more pop-up shops that are somehow getting sloppy. There's not much fan art being churned out these days, and a good portion of Japanese fans only know the series through pachinko machines. Seeing how non-existent its influence is in the prime otaku spots, it's as if Japan was telling me to move on, because that's really what I want to do. I want to spread my wings free. And this year, I've kind of already been doing that. While the Q&A was more Symphogear related than I hoped for, there were those little bits of talking about something else. I made a video on this MacBook because my first impressions with it were so strong, and what the hell, it's now my second most viewed video, and it's actually gotten me monetized. Releasing this trailer for SRE 2025 killed the momentum. I'm done being a Symphotuber. Most of my popularity as one comes from making compilation videos, and discussions with my audience have gone dry. My MacBook video has spewed out so much engagement solely on that particular thing, and I just want to do more of that. Share my passions outside of gay singing girl war machines, while probably still having it in the background. I don't want to completely abandon my roots. But yeah, to my longtime viewers out there that have been here for Symphogear, this is the end. I wasn't going to do this forever. I just didn't think I would take this long. I remember ending the original rewatch experience, stating that I would be branching out, which I tried, failed like a bitch, and came back. But I'm for sure done now if this feeling of discontent I've had since the beginning of the year still lingers today. I really hope you'll continue to stay as I venture into other things, like my upcoming Japan video. And if not, that's okay. If something new about Symphogear does come up, like the movie that's been in stasis since its announcement, and or if I do somehow rewatch the series again this year, it'll most likely be relegated to a post instead. Thank you all for being here, and to those that aren't sticking around, I bid you farewell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.